Essence of Dawning is the currency you're going to need if you want to bake plenty of treats in the Dawning 2021. Well, today I'm going to run through a few ways to farm Essence of Dawning, so you're going to have plenty and then be able to deliver loads of NPCs their holiday gifts. And in return, you're going to get loads of loot. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. And roughly 98% of viewers who watch This Week in Video Games aren't subscribed. So subscribe today and never miss an update. And what I'm going to do now is go into a few methods of getting Essence of Dawning, whether you are a paid-for player with all the expansions or whether you're a free-to-play player as well. So next up, let's have a look at how to farm the Essence of Dawning. So for each cookie or treat you're going to bake, it's going to take 15 Essence of Dawning, unless you've masterworked your oven, and then it costs 10. So the Essence of Dawning can be acquired through pretty much any activity like Strikes, Crucible, Gambit, and let's have a look at the amount of Essence of Dawning you're going to get from activities around the solar system. So for patrols you get 1, public events you get 5, Strikes you get 5 to 15, Crucible matches 10 to 15, dungeons will give you somewhere between 10 and 20, and also Rathborn Hunts, that's between 10 and 15, and also Legendary Lost Sectors you got between 15 and 17. Well, next up, let's have a look at some efficient farming methods. So what I'm going to do here is describe 2 methods, one for solo players and one for players with a fire team. So farming method 1, this is going to be Expunged Tartarus, and this is for the solo players. So Expunged Tartarus can be found on Europa, and it was an activity in Season of the Splicer. So most of the Expunged mission itself can be skipped, so it's a race to the boss and then try and kill him as quickly as possible. And then all you need to do is simply repeat the process. So when you start out, you want to race forward and make your way through that jumping puzzle, so be careful not to fall off the edge or die or get hit by the laser barrier. So make your way to the end and jump through the portal. So when you get into the Vex network, you want to trigger the first node, otherwise the man cannon won't be enabled, and that's going to make it slower. So jump over the area and again be careful not to die, and then use the man cannon to get to the next area, jump up onto the pillar and then jump onto the glowing square orb. So you want to use this to run and jump over the barrier to the next zone without having to complete it normally. And when you jumped over this part, just race to the end where you'll meet the boss, melt the boss as fast as you can with a combination of heavy weapons and your super, and then kill any Vex that get in your way. And you should be able to complete a run of this in under 5 minutes, or nearer 3 minutes if you get into a good rhythm. And you will be awarded a good amount of Essence of Dawning here, and you can repeat this process as many times as you need. Well, next up we got farming method 2, and this is Rathborn Hunts. So this next method is if you're in a fire team, as you're going to need a fire team member with a Rathborn Hunt lure who doesn't damage the boss. And then you are going to need at least one other who can kill the Rathborn on the hunt. So what you want to do here is load up the Rathborn Hunt with a lure for Savek, and he can be found on the Tangled Shore. So load up the lure with the prey mod Savek, and then just simply add other mods. So once you've got your fire team, head down to the Tangled Shore and complete the first part of the Rathborn Hunt as normal, damaging the boss to get his energy down to nearly 0. So the servitor is then going to go on the run, and you want to chase after it, and then find your way to the hunt lure and start the activity. So here is the key part. So when you load into the activity by selecting Continue Hunt, the Guardian with the lure will want to hang back and not do any damage to the boss. And by not doing any damage to the boss, you get to keep the lure, allowing you to easily repeat the activity over and over again. So the Guardian with the lure can then hand back in the spawn, or watch as their fire team members kill the Rathborn boss for completion, and once again you'll get a good amount of Essence of Dawning, and then just repeat that process over and over again to get as much as you possibly can. So after the Rathborn is killed, you can simply repeat the second part of the encounter over and over, and you'll be taken back to the Tangled Shore, and simply find the hunt lure again and start the activity. So repeat the process with your fire team member killing the boss, and you'll get even more Essence of Dawning. And that process takes about 2.5 minutes to complete, so this is going to be an excellent source of Essence of Dawning. We've also got a good farming method in the Shattered Throne, so Cheese Forever put together a really good video on that, so I'll link that down below. Also, a good tip if you've got the ship from last year, so the Starfarer 7M, you could put that on for more Essence of Dawning, and by this time it's really going to start stacking up. Well, for those free-to-play players, you can run Strikes, Crucible or Gambit. Dares of Eternity is also a really good source too, so if you can get a good team together, then Gambit is probably your best bet in terms of fast and efficient farming for the Essence of Dawning. So once you've got a good stash of Essence of Dawning, simply make your baked goods and deliver them to the NPCs in exchange for that loot. Well, let me know in the comments what you think of the farming methods for the Essence of Dawning, and if you've got any better ones, share them with the community. Well, that is it for this guide for how to farm the Essence of Dawning in Destiny 2 in 2021, and as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.